Welcome to episode 9 of A Message From. We're your hosts. I'm Edward.
I'm Alyson.
And it's your motherfucking birthday episode! Pew,
Woo!
pew, pew.
Yay! Birthday episode!
Hopefully that didn't ruin everyone's ears.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I got really excited.
Same. Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Happy day after your birthday.
Day after my birthday. Birthday was yesterday. We unfortunately didn't have a birthday episode for you.
No, we didn't. But that's because we started after my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next year we'll have a birthday episode for you.
Yeah, well, it'll have the birthday episode. Pew, pew, pew. I could edit that in, but I'm not gonna, because it seems like a lot of work. How was your 31st birthday?
It was fabulous. First day of spring, as always, my life just changes. Like, I come to life. The sun was shining. It was warmer. I baked a cake. I went on a couple of walks. I got my free birthday coffee. It was great.
Yeah, it sounds like a good day, not gonna lie. But your birthday's on the spring equinox, which is the first day of Easter. Sorry, the first day of spring and the first day of Aries season.
Yes.
So your whole life thought that you were a Pisces.
Yeah, because, I mean, technically, I'm a Pisces. Almost every astrology thing has Pisces season going to March 20th, and then Aries starts March 21st, right? And
Yeah. No, but yeah. No, but yeah.
I mean, all the mainstream ones, and I've never been super into astrology, so I just went with that, you know?
But then we had a revelation. We had a
Yeah.
revelation a couple months ago, didn't we?
Thanks to you. I'll let you tell this story.
Oh, well, it's a pretty quick one. I basically just looked up, because we had your birth time. I looked up when you were, because you were saying you're a Pisces, and I was like, I don't believe that for shit. And I was like, this is an Aries boots down. And we just Googled it, and the day you were born was Aries season. You were born in Aries season.
I was.
But that's because the spring equinox happens at a certain time, right? So what happens is like Pisces season ends, and then immediately Aries season starts. And you're like straight up right on the cusp. You're like, I think you're like 2 hours earlier.
Yeah,
you would have been a
my birth
Pisces.
time is like 6:06 p.m.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that means that, wait, 6:06 p.m. So yeah, like 2 hours before was like technically the spring equinox, and you were born in Aries season.
Yeah, so my whole life has been a lie.
Yeah, but you've been living your life like an Aries the whole time anyway, so it's not been a lie to me.
The whole time I just wasn't realizing it.
Yeah.
I was just like reading my Pisces horoscope thinking like, oh yeah, that kind of applies to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have a lot of like the introverted tendencies of Pisces, but at the same time,
You're a raging animal.
I'm a raging animal. It's funny too. I think I told you this. This random regular at this bar that I used to work at would always try to convince me to let him do my like reading or whatever.
Your like birth
chart my stars or something. I'm sorry, I'm butchering this, but and I would always just be like, oh yeah, maybe another time, whatever. But he fought me on this for like 2 years, telling me that I was an Aries, and I was like, I don't believe you.
And he was right. The one instance of a man being correct.
He was right.
Yeah. Well, I prepared a pseudo game for you.
A game?
Yes. It's essentially, I'm going to read Aries traits and Pisces traits, and you're going to see which one you feel is more you.
Okay.
So we
can
put a nail in this debate, in the coffin of this debate.
I'm nervous.
It's not that I'm nervous because it might not be entertaining. So, but most of the stuff comes from a book that I have. But
okay.
I'm gonna read it, and you tell me yes or no.
Okay, I'm ready.
If you're vibing with it.
Ready.
Cool.
Ready to vibe.
Fab. Creative energy is expressed sensitively and inspirationally. The look on your face.
No.
Yeah, that's a Pisces trait, so that's a no. Okay. Needs to be recognized for compassionate, giving nature.
No.
Pisces. Radiates forceful, confident vitality.
Yes.
Aries. May antagonize others with too forceful expression. Yes. Okay, yeah, Aries. Radiates a healing and compassionate spirit toward all that suffers.
This is hard because, like, yes, deep down inside, yes, but I maybe don't express that to others.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a no. I would not think that's
okay.
it.
This is, sorry, super quick, short aside. My mom sent me something about my horoscope because she always sends me Pisces horoscopes, right? Oh. She sent me something about a horoscope, I don't know, maybe like a month or two ago. And it's funny because she said, like, oh, this might not actually apply to you. Like, maybe this applies more to your sister or something. And it was about, like,
when was your sister born?
Wait, what?
When was your sister?
She was born in December. She's a
Sagittarius or Capricorn.
Sagittarius, yeah. It was something about, like, maybe being more careful about, like, you know, giving money or donating too much to I'm butchering it, but it's something about, like, donating to random charitable causes. And I was like, but that's me. Like, when Humans of New York posts a really touching story, I'm on my phone donating. I just did it the other day.
I have no idea that you do this.
When animal accounts, like, have fundraisers and stuff, I'm literally on my phone donating. I donate to charity all the time.
That is so interesting. I had no idea.
See, no one has any idea because, like, I don't even think about it and I don't talk about it. I don't have, like, a need to be recognized for it. But at the same time, I'm, like, always donating to something.
Interesting. So it's a yes, no. It's a maybe. Mm-hmm. It's a, like, an asterisk on it. Okay, that tracks. That was a Pisces thing. Tries to fill need for recognition with self-assertion and direct competitive actions.
I feel like this might be, like, a deeper meaning one. Because I don't have a need for recognition, but those, like, actionable parts of that statement, yes.
Direct competitive actions, self-assertion.
Yeah.
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 Aries. What else? There's, like, two more. Vitality and self-expression are colored by soul yearnings, overwhelming vulnerability, and the state of the inner life.
No.
Yeah, that's Pisces. And forceful assertion of... Identifies self as explorer or pioneer, the first to begin an adventure, quickly grasps essentials.
Yes.
Yes, that's very you.
Oh my god, I'm an Aries.
Yeah, you're
through and through.
Through and through. But technically, the result of this game is that technically you're both of these things because you were born on a cusp. And if you don't like astrology, suck my dick. And you didn't... We're done. We're done with this segment.
The end.
I just thought it would be fun because you're a cusp and because we had that journey of you figuring out what exactly you are.
Yes.
Fun
this journey driven by you because I clearly was in self-denial for many, many years.
Well, all it took was a little bit of astronomy to figure it out.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Me, who spends way too much time
astronomy.
With this stuff. Yeah. So we on the last episode talked about how we were going to talk in Italian for a whole week, and we did not do that.
Did not do that.
Nor. Do you think we're going to do it next week?
No.
No, I don't think so either.
I'm not ready for it.
Do you think we're ever going to do it?
Yes, when we go to Italy.
Oh. That seems stressful.
It's weird, like, of course, learning a new language, you get nervous, and that's the hard part, right, is speaking and, like, not wanting to make mistakes and the pressure of having to, like, think on the spot.
My entire life.
I did fine in Italy when I was there, which, wild that it was already almost 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. It was in
Yeah.
2019.
Yeah.
Like, I
Sad.
did fine that weekend. Or I was there for what, like 3 or 4 days?
I think so, yes.
Obviously, I wasn't having, like, deep, meaningful conversations with people, but I was really proud of myself. I don't know. I guess I just shine when the pressure's on.
It's that assertive, directionable action that you always love.
Oh, yes.
Do you have any update on how Italian class is going?
Italian class is
This
going
is my favorite
pretty
segment,
well.
personally.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, really well. It's going. Right now I'm working on Passato Remoto, which
I
I'm
hate.
like, why?
Hate.
What's the point? There's no point.
It's the same as the passé simple in French. Like, I
Yeah,
hate.
again, no freaking point.
Yeah. Fun fact, the Spanish version of that is how we always talk in the
Really?
past. Yes.
So, apparently, Passato Remoto in the north of Italy is mainly just like contained to like writing,
Yeah, very
right?
French.
Which
Yeah.
is passé simple in French. It's mostly just like a written thing, like no one would expect you to use it in everyday conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But according to this class that I'm taking, it's used interchangeably with passato prossimo in the south of Italy. So I'm like, well, that's rude.
Yeah.
There's
and
no
it is
point.
like, it's truly, it's in writing. Like, I've come across, like, while I'm reading books in Italian, I'll be like, oh, fuck, is this passato remoto? I have no idea what this is.
Like, what is the purpose? There's no
Yeah.
purpose.
It's to express things that are really, really, like, long ago.
Yeah, further in history.
Yeah.
But I'm like, we just know. You just know from the context. You just know.
We just know. Well, I'm glad you're learning that, and then you'll be able to move on from it onto bigger and brighter futures and
Cannot wait.
grammatical endeavors. And one day we will speak to each other in Italian for a week.
We will, because you got me a lovely birthday present.
I did.
It's an ice hockey gift card, so I can speak with a native speaker, brush up on my Italian,
Someone who's
and then
not
you and
me.
I can speak for a week in Italian.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you can do
Yeah.
a couple classes, get yourself comfortable, and then unlearn everything through our WhatsApp conversations.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
I was gonna say I needed to update you and everyone on my health journey.
Yes, we love a health update.
My digestive journey, I think is what we were calling it. Yeah, had my little procedures, my
Yes.
colonoscopy, endoscopy. So fun. Apparently I was talking about
Sounds
Drag
thrilling.
Race when I came out of my sedation.
This does not surprise me.
Yeah, I just learned that this week, and it was like a week ago. And I was like, oh,
That's
okay.
The doctors
Makes
have been
sense.
chatting about it all week.
Yeah,
Clearly.
apparently. Yeah, I was talking about that. I was very cold when I woke up, and the woman was saying that she was like being very nice. My friend also wasn't sure if I was speaking in Spanish or if I was speaking in French because my tongue was still kind of like not working.
Oh, goody.
yeah.
This is great.
I know, right? And the woman was talking to me in Spanish, blah, blah, blah. And she was like getting me off of the bed into a chair. She was like, we're going on a trip, blah, 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 blah. And I like looked at her apparently, and I was like, oh, how far? But like in Spanish. And she just like cracked up laughing because I had like just put my foot on the floor or something like that. So that's that. I seem to
That's
be
great.
fine.
Okay,
So
good.
That's,
Good.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I have to see what the doctor says. Pick up some
Yeah.
results.
I mean, isn't it frustrating when you get all these tests done and they're just like, yeah, there's really nothing wrong, you're fine, and you're like,
yeah,
okay,
I think
but
whatever they gave me was like, yeah, you're mostly fine, but like your doctor needs to look at it. Like
Mm-hmm.
nothing mechanically, I think, is broken.
that's good.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, very happy with that. Very happy. But then right after that, the next day, I got vaccinated when I got my first shot of my vaccine. And my body was not ready. My body was not ready. No. I was dead.
You died.
I died. And was resurrected within 24 hours.
But now you're back to life.
Yeah, no,
and
I'm
you get
fine
to go
now.
through it all over again.
Oh my God, in June.
Because you'll have a second dose.
Yeah, I gotta do it in June. When it's hot out. Oh. I know. I'm really hoping I don't have a similar reaction. But
I'm hoping for you too. I really hope so. I feel like I struck gold because I didn't have... I mean, I was tired.
I'm
my
still
arm
tired.
was sore, but that was it.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking that maybe it was because I wasn't eating anything beforehand.
That could be it.
My body was not super prepped to be inoculated. So
eat some healthy meals, pre-medicate, take some aspirin for the second one, and maybe you'll be better.
That was scary. Sorry, that was my window. On that note, we're going to come back and take a message from your grandmother.
Yes, from my grams. All right, we're back. And we have a message from my grandma to share with you guys. Yay. So let's get into it.
Hi, Allie. Do you remember when you and your cousin Chelsea came up here to the lake and Chelsea brought her puppy up? And I told you two I was going to the store, and when I get back, you two were trying to clean my carpet that the puppy had an accident on. And you were trying to get it clean before I got home. And, just one second, and you got caught. You two didn't know I made it home that fast. Boy, oh boy, you were even running the vacuum. But all in all, you both did a good job. Well, today is your birthday, and eat a piece of cake for me. By the way, we will miss you this summer. Hope you can come for a pontoon boat ride. Be safe, and so glad you got your shots, and so did I. Just want you to know, love you lots and miss you too. And happy Easter to you and your friends. And by the way, anything new happening there in Maryland besides you exercising and working from home and baking cupcakes? Love, Grandma. Bye for now.
That is an iconic message.
Oh my gosh, I know. I'm so happy she called in. I'm so happy.
Such a sweetheart.
Yes, I was just smiling that whole time listening to that message.
I loved it. Loved the story, but I must ask you first, which grandmother is this?
Okay, so this is a grandmother on my mom's side. My mom's mom.
Your mom's mom. Mm-hmm. The other thing I have to ask first is, did you eat a piece of cake for her yesterday?
Of course I ate a piece of cake for her yesterday.
How many pieces of cake did you eat yesterday?
Total, I ate 2. But one of them was a small piece.
Which piece was for her? The bigger piece or the smaller piece?
Okay, this is you're putting me on the spot here. The smaller piece because I ate that one second, but...
And Grandma would want a smaller piece.
She's worthy of a big piece.
Yeah, but they always want a small piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a perfect answer. My other question is, what kind of cake was it? What kind of cake did you make yourself?
I made myself an orange olive oil upside down cake.
Let me tell you, people, when she sent a picture of that bad boy into the group chat, I was very jealous. I could not eat that cake. The cake looks so good.
She's good. She's really good.
I'm going to put it on the Instagram. It's going in the photo roundup.
Please do. Yes.
Oh my God.
I have a couple of tweaks to make to the recipe because I just threw it together yesterday. So I'm going to tweak the recipe a little bit and bake it again sometime. But overall, it's very good.
Yeah, it's funny that your grandmother also decided to read you for absolute filth. at the end, and she was like, "Is there anything new happening in Maryland besides you exercising, working from home, and baking cupcakes?" And I was like,
It's
literally all she does.
That's literally the only thing I do. And every time I talk to my grandma, so she's like, "So what's new?" And I'm like, "Well, just working and working out." Like, I literally don't do anything else.
It is. I died laughing when I heard that. I was like, "Yeah, it's exactly what she does."
She is really good at calling people out.
In that subtle,
but in like
blunt
such a
grandmother
nice way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what is this story she told us about? You picking up dog pee-pee, dog poo-poo? What's going on here?
The funniest thing is, I don't even remember this. But I totally believe it. So my cousin and Chelsea and I, we used to spend so much time at our grandma's house. Like, we still go there for holidays, like Easter, Christmas Eve, Thanksgiving. Like, we celebrate all the holidays there. But her and I, growing up, from a really young age, like elementary school even through college, like every holiday, her and I were there like 3-4 days before the actual holiday, like before everyone else, just living our best lives. My grandma lives on a lake, so
yeah,
it
that
doesn't
pontoon
matter.
boat ride.
Yeah, it's literally like that. Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. Like, you drive over a river to get to her house, which is on like a dirt road on a lake. The back of her house like backs up to the woods.
Michigan sounds beautiful.
Oh, gorgeous.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, gorgeous. But it's like any time of the year there's something to do there. You can go on boat rides in the summer or like hikes through the woods.
Sounds nice.
Like snowmobiling and sledding in the winter. There's always something around there to do. So we were just like there all the time. Long weekends, like Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day. Like, we spent so much time there just getting into shenanigans. So
shenanigans.
Yeah.
So you don't remember the dog poopy poo poo?
I don't remember this specific occasion of like the dog peeing on the carpet and us, like, I totally believe us rushing to clean it up before she got back. Like, you know how I said she lives on a dirt road, so like unless you were like looking out the window when someone happened to be driving up, like, you wouldn't know anyone was home. Like, you wouldn't hear anyone like pulling up. I don't know.
I thought you would, because it was like a dirt road.
Like the way that the garage and like the driveway and stuff were on the side of the house, like, unless you were looking at the road as the car was driving down the road, like, you wouldn't know someone was there. So I totally believe her like sneaking up on us.
Catching you cleaning up this disaster the puppy made.
Disaster of a mess. And it's so funny too, because she loves her green carpet so much that we would be like freaking out.
Green carpet.
Anytime anyone spilled anything on the carpet, it was like, oh my God. And we were like frantically whispering, like, get some paper towel, like, hurry before she notices that we spilled something on the carpet.
Oh my God.
It's funny because it's like, she was never going to yell at us or anything, but we were like, anytime anyone spilled anything on the carpet, we were like freaking out.
Yes, you didn't want her to be disappointed in you.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
That is so funny. I also was dying at her accent, because it's like subtle, but it's like, Midwestern. The way she said pontoon boat ride.
Yeah.
I was like
that.
There it is.
Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois accent.
Yeah. My question that I have for you now, I'm interviewing you. How many of your grandparents? Do you still have all 4 of your grandparents still around?
No, so I just have the grandma who called in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
How old is she?
Sorry,
I'm so curious.
It's fine. Ask all the questions, but I'm terrible with remembering people's ages. Like, it's disgustingly embarrassing. She's in her 80s.
Disappointed in you.
84? 85? I don't know. Grandma, how old are you? Call me and tell me.
Call back in and let us know how old you are.
Yeah, call back in and tell us your age. She's 50. She's never been a day over 50.
Oh, no, she's glamorous.
Yeah. No, but I mean, she's been the grandparent that I've been closest to my whole life because, like I said, you know, we've always spent holidays there. I would spend so much time at her house growing up. Yeah. So it's just her left. But we're really close.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you been able to see? Well, no, because you haven't been home since like.
Yeah. So that's
ages.
the crazy thing is like, obviously with me living in Maryland, I don't see her as nearly as much as I used to. And then with the pandemic, I didn't go there for Thanksgiving. We kind of canceled our Christmas Eve, our usual Christmas Eve tradition of going to her house. So I haven't seen her
In like a while.
in a long time. Yeah.
Oh, it's so sad.
But as she mentioned, I'm vaccinated. She's vaccinated. She got her
True.
second shot.
She's so happy you
this
got your
week.
shots.
Yes.
So happy you
So
got your
happy.
shots.
So, I've actually been debating on whether or not I should go to Michigan for Easter and see her.
Easter's like next week.
I know, it snuck up on me. That's the thing. That's the big debate. It's coming up.
No, like you gotta make a decision.
I know, right?
I'm so excited
make
for
a
Easter.
Oh, I was thinking the other day,
Oh.
like, you have what, 2 weeks off?
More or less. Like a week and a half, maybe.
I miss that so much.
Yeah, it's glorious.
I was just thinking about how much fun I could have if I was able to spend your Easter vacation with you.
Oh, that would obviously be a joy. But also, I can't do anything in the city. Like, anything. Can't go anywhere.
Right.
You can't do anything. So I'm just going to sit
I
on my
know.
fat arse in my room.
And France is back in confinement. Well, part of France is back in confinement.
Yeah, Madrid will never be confined. Never.
Yeah.
Because of the government. I was going to say something about grandparents again. But now it's gone. It's absolutely left.
Tell me about your
Gone.
grandparents.
Well, there's only 2 of them left.
Okay.
2 out of 4.
Mom's side or dad's side?
One on each. Both of my grandmothers
okay.
have passed away. And
Okay.
I have 2 grandfathers. Papap Wiz, Papap Wojo. One still lives in the city. One lives outside the city. But yeah.
Can I love that you call them Pap Pap. I always find it so fascinating what people call their grandparents because it's like, for me, it's always been like grandma and papa. And like grandma, we just call her Grams now. Like I don't know when we started referring to her as Grams.
She's Grams.
Like, yeah.
Is she like
my
Grams
cousin and I
certain
just started.
name or nor last name
No,
attached?
no last names. Okay, so last names were reserved for great grandparents. Like, I would never say like great grandma whatever, but it was always still on my mom's side of the family, like Grandma Poole and Grandma Stover. Like, that's how we differentiated between the great grandparents because actually
That's intense. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew my great grandparents. Like they were around for a while when I was younger. So that's kind of how we
crazy.
differentiated, yeah, between the great grandparents.
There's like photos of me with great grandparents, but like I was a Swedish little blonde baby
Oh,
back in the day,
yeah.
so I don't remember a thing.
I still remember we would drive to my grandma Poole's house in Detroit on our way to church on Sundays and pick her up to take her to church with us.
Uh-huh.
And she would have a snack for me and a snack for my sister. It was always the little Ritz cracker, the sandwich crackers. And she would I think she gave me the Ritz with cheese and my sister the ones with peanut butter every time.
Oh my god, I love those things.
Aren't they so
Holy
good?
shit, I forgot about those things. Those things are good.
But this is like my biggest memory of her. And well, in her house, she had a really cool attic. We loved to go in her house and go up into her attic. I don't know why. We were weird.
Oh. I definitely remember I'm pretty sure I remember hanging out with my great grandmother, the one from Poland, but TBD. But yeah, everyone's called Papap or grandma.
I love that.
Yeah,
Pap. We just called my grandpa. Sometimes we called him Pops the peanut eater because he liked to eat mixed nuts. Like, I wonder how he liked that nickname we gave him.
I will say my one grandfather is nicknamed Wizzy, Like everyone on the street knows him as like Wizzy or like Wiz.
Yeah.
Which I always thought was funny.
That's a good nickname.
Or Mr. Wilson. Like from that cartoon. The Dennis the Menace, right?
Oh.
Isn't the neighbor like Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
He's been referred to that by like neighbors who were children when I was
no.
also a child. Yeah. But he was always never Mr. Wilson to me, but to other people he is. Yeah. Forgot
That's
about
funny.
that. Yeah. And I definitely remember my other grandfather using the word like dziadek, which means like grandfather in Polish. But like it was never about like anyone in our family. It was like, you know, some people somewhere.
Some people somewhere off in the world somewhere.
Some dziadek somewhere else. But like never a babcha. No. We never none of that. None of that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. Actually, someone from my high school just bought a house, my mother told me. Someone I graduated with. One of my friends from high school just bought a house. Like on the street my father grew up in Pittsburgh.
Wow.
But it's like literally the house, because my parents grew up a block out from each other. And he just bought a house like literally like in front of my grandfather's house, but like on 42nd Street, not on 43rd Street. And I was like, Jesus Christ, what are the odds?
That's so odd.
Right? Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
I know. It's expensive housing over there too.
Of course. That's a whole conversation for another time.
It is. And not for today because we're out of time, babes.
It happens so quickly every time.
This was very fast. Faster than I feel like normal.
It just flies by. We have so much to talk about.
It's been so long. Let's do the whole goodbye situation. Should you have... Oh my God, you have to send your grandmother a postcard.
I do have to send my grandma a postcard.
Oh my God.
Which one am I going to send her?
I don't know, that's your
She
choice.
doesn't even know about the postcards.
She has
I completely
no
forgot to
idea.
tell her about the postcards.
Oh my God, it's going to be such a great surprise for her.
Surprise.
And it could be a great surprise for you too if you decide to send us a message at 202-630-4509 or a message from postcards@gmail.com. You can send us them either written or a recorded voice message for those of you who cannot call our American number. And we will send you a postcard and talk about your shit on the air. And rate and review this podcast, please.
Please do. The
That was pretty
postcards are
good,
really
right?
cool. So send a message.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was nice and fast. We've never done it that fast before.
We're getting better.
I know.
Progress.
Slowly but surely. Maybe by like episode 10, which is the next one.
The next one.
All right. We should say goodbye to each other.
Goodbye. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.
Bye.
I hated that.
That was the
Ciao.
weirdest
I hate
ciao
myself.
I've ever heard.
I hate myself. Okay, bye.
Bye.